Hello, Star Wars fans, and welcome to another episode of AHSOKA, The Force Awakens. In this video, we're going to break down how the first two episodes of the new Disney Plus series set up the future of the Star Wars universe. If you haven't watched them yet, be warned, there will be spoilers ahead. The series follows Ahsoka Tano, the former Jedi Padawan of Anakin Skywalker, as she searches for the missing Ezra Bridger and the elusive Grand Admiral Thrawn. Along the way, before continue, I request you to subscribe our channel and press on the bell icon button for new videos notifications on time. She reunites with some old friends, makes some new enemies, and discovers some shocking secrets. The first episode, titled Part 1. The search begins with Ahsoka arriving on a remote planet called Kothar, where she hopes to find a clue to Thrawn's whereabouts. She meets a young mechanic named Shin Hati, who offers to help her in exchange for some credits. Ahsoka senses that Shin has a strong connection to the Force, but she doesn't reveal her identity to him. Meanwhile, we see that Thrawn has been busy rebuilding his Imperial forces with the help of a mysterious ally named Baylan Skoll. Skoll is a Force-sensitive warrior who wears a mask and a cloak, and he seems to have a personal vendetta against Ahsoka. He commands a fleet of Star Destroyers and TIE Fighters, as well as a squad of elite stormtroopers called the Crimson Guard. Skoll learns that Ahsoka is on Kothar, and he sends his forces to capture her. Ahsoka and Shin are attacked by stormtroopers and TIE Fighters, but they manage to escape with the help of an old friend, Hera Syndulla. Hera is a former rebel leader and pilot who fought alongside Ahsoka in the past. She tells Ahsoka that she has been working with the New Republic to track down Thrawn and his allies. Hera takes Ahsoka and Shin to her ship, the Ghost, where they are greeted by another familiar face, C-1D1, or Chopper for short. Chopper is a sassy astromech droid who has been with Hera since the beginning of her rebel days. He helps Hera navigate the ship and hack into Imperial systems. Hera tells Ahsoka that she has found a possible lead to Thrawn's location, a hidden Imperial base on the planet of Lothal. Lothal was the home planet of Ezra Bridger and the site of his last stand against Thrawn. Hera believes that Thrawn may have returned there to look for something related to Ezra. Ahsoka agrees to go with Hera to Lothal, but she asks Shin to stay behind on Kothar. She tells him that he is not ready for this kind of danger, and that he should stay away from the Force. Shin is disappointed and confused, but he respects Ahsoka's decision. The episode ends with a cliffhanger. As Ahsoka and Hera prepare to leave Kothar, they are ambushed by Skoll and his Crimson Guard. Skoll reveals his face to Ahsoka, and we see that he is none other than Ben Solo, the son of Han Solo and Leia Organa. He tells Ahsoka that he has been looking for her for a long time, and that he will make her pay for what she did to his master, Luke Skywalker. The second episode, titled Part 2, Toil and Trouble, picks up right where the first one left off. Ahsoka is shocked to see Ben Solo as her enemy, and she asks him what happened to him. Ben tells her that he was once Luke Skywalker's apprentice, but he turned to the dark side after Luke tried to kill him in his sleep. He says that Luke was afraid of his power and that he betrayed him. Ahsoka tries to reason with Ben, telling him that Luke would never do such a thing and that he is being manipulated by Thrawn and Skoll. She tells him that she knew Luke as a hero and a friend and that he was Anakin Skywalker's son. She says that Anakin was also seduced by the dark side, but he redeemed himself in the end. Ben refuses to listen to Ahsoka, and he attacks her with his lightsaber. Ahsoka defends herself with her own lightsabers, and they engage in a fierce duel. Hera tries to help Ahsoka, but she is confronted by Skoll's Crimson Guard. She fights them off with her blaster and Chopper's help. The fight moves from the landing pad to the streets of Kothar, where they attract the attention of the local authorities and civilians. Ahsoka tries to avoid hurting anyone innocent, but Ben doesn't care about collateral damage. He uses his Force powers to throw objects and people at Ahsoka, trying to overwhelm her. Ahsoka manages to hold her own against Ben, but she realizes that she can't beat him without killing him. She decides to try a different approach. She reaches out to him through the Force and tries to connect with his mind. She shows him visions of his past, his family, and his friends. She shows him the good times he had with Luke, Han, Leia, Chewbacca, and R2-D2. She shows him the love they had for him and the hope they had for his future. She also shows him visions of Anakin Skywalker, his grandfather. She shows him how Anakin was a hero of the Clone Wars, a loyal friend, and a loving husband. She shows him how Anakin fell to the dark side, became Darth Vader and committed unspeakable atrocities. She shows him how Anakin suffered under the Emperor's tyranny and how he was redeemed by Luke's compassion. She tells Ben that he still has a chance to choose his own destiny and that he doesn't have to follow Thrawn or Skull. She tells him that he can be a Jedi, a Skywalker, and a Solo. She tells him that she can help him find his way back to the light. Ben is conflicted by Ahsoka's words and visions. He feels a tug in his heart, but he also feels a pull in his mind. He hears a voice in his head, telling him not to listen to Ahsoka. The voice tells him that Ahsoka is lying to him, that she is his enemy, and that he must kill her. The voice belongs to Thrawn. Thrawn has been watching the fight through a hologram projector on Skull's ship. He has been using his own force powers to influence Ben's thoughts and emotions. He tells Ben that Ahsoka is trying to trick him into joining the weak and foolish Jedi. He tells Ben that he is the true heir of Darth Vader, and that he has the potential to become the most powerful Sith Lord in history. Thrawn tells Ben that he has a plan to restore the glory of the Empire, and that he needs Ben as his apprentice. He tells Ben that he has found a way to access the world between worlds, a mystical dimension where time and space are fluid. He says that he can use the world between worlds to change the course of history and create a new reality where the Empire rules supreme. Thrawn says that he needs Ben's help to open the portal to the world between worlds, which is hidden on Luffle. He says that he has already sent Skull and his Crimson Guard there, and that they are waiting for Ben to join them. He says that once they enter the world between worlds, they will be able to alter the past and the future as they please. Thrawn says that they can undo everything that the Jedi and the Rebels have done. They can prevent Luke from destroying the Death Star, save Palpatine from being killed by Vader, stop Leia from forming the New Republic, erase Rey from existence, and more. He says that they can create a new order where Ben is the supreme ruler of the galaxy, with Thrawn as his loyal advisor. Thrawn tells Ben that this is his destiny and that he must choose it now. He tells Ben to kill Ahsoka and join him on Luffle. He tells Ben to embrace the dark side and become Kylo Ren. Ben is torn between Thrawn's voice and Ahsoka's vision. He doesn't know what to do or who to trust. He looks at Ahsoka with anger and fear in his eyes. The episode ends with another cliffhanger. Will Ben choose Thrawn or Ahsoka? Will he become Kylo Ren or stay as Ben Solo? What will happen when they reach Luffle? And what secrets lie in the world between worlds?